Hello, everybody, and happy Wednesday. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Erin Bies. I am a certified personal trainer, a fitness nutrition specialist, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing. Healed my way out, and now here we are, pissing off the people that are trying to recruit you and take advantage of your trust online. Where did that last part come from today? I have no idea, but it flowed off the tongue well, I feel like. I'm so glad that you guys are here. We have a lot to talk about tonight. Please pay attention to the pinned comment for the content warnings. It's atrocious what we are about to watch. And the reason that I'm talking about it is because I want to expose it. And my goal is to report these medical professionals to the appropriate board in their state, which happens to be Oklahoma. So yeah, anyways, please pay attention to the content warning, the pinned comment, and as always, take care of yourselves, okay? All right, so we have a Bravenly video. Now, something that I actually forgot to put this video in the video description, so I'll do that after this. I don't know if some of you guys know this, but about a month ago, I did a video on the two Bravenly bullies. And somebody tried to copyright claim it. And the timestamp that they were trying to claim was my commentary, which was wild. And it was some random LLC. And I was like, this is weird. I feel like, it's giving Nueva. If you've been here a while and you saw Nueva hire somebody, allegedly, and tried to copyright strike my channel, didn't work out well for them, and it was quite embarrassing. And now there's a bunch of videos out there debunking everything that Nueva is talking about. Do I think this is similar? In my gut, yes. In my opinion, yes. Also, allegedly, yes. So it was restored on Monday because, oh, shocker, it's not a copyright claim. It's not copyrighted material. How could my commentary be copyright material? That's bizarre to me. So anyways, it inspired me to do a Bravenly video, and I happen to have had this saved on social media, and I don't remember if I found it and the algorithm delivered it to me or if somebody sent it to me. So if you sent me this video, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And if you guys have anything you want me to see, erinbies.com. Okay, so that's the backstory. Now we have, I believe it's 4 PAs and a nurse. And the video is titled something like Why 5 Medical Professionals Joined Bravenly. Let me just say this before we start. Not all people are ethical. Now, and I know that we know this, but doctors, PAs, medical professionals, not everybody is ethical. Do I think using your credentials as a PA, as a nurse, as a doctor, as a whatever, insert your credentials, to sell a multi-level marketing company's proprietary blend product using said credentials is ethical? Absolutely not. I want to make that very clear before we start any of this, okay? All right, so do we have a new member? Welcome. I don't have my headphones on yet, but let's smolder, shall we? I don't even know if I'm on. Is it even playing? Oh no, I'm not even on the right scene. Hold on. Let's try that again, shall we? I hope it's playing. Otherwise, it's a soundless shoulder smolder. Thank you for becoming a member. Welcome, and hopefully I'll see you in the members only after party that will be right after this. Also, hello. Did I miss anything else? Eliza. Facts over feeling 15 months. Let's go. I appreciate you. Also, Becca, thank you for the gift. I'll bet it was Adrian Watley. Well, it turns out that through my snooping, it appears that these people might be in Adrian's downline somewhere, which also tracks. I didn't know that at the time that I saved this, but, I think it's a good fit for tonight. It's not playing, no music. Really? Okay, hold on. I think I have a fix. So that was a soundless shoulder smother. Okay, just had to double check. I hear it in my headphones. Did you guys hear it that time? OBS decided that right before I started the stream, it was going to close and I had to re-upload everything. And yeah, so I apologize for that. What a great group of MLM ladies that made it to the thumbnail. By the way, did DeeCee slay this thumbnail or what? Okay, there we go. Let's do it again. Okay, all right. Wild. I just had my Stream Deck was closed out for some reason, so I was pressing the button and it just wasn't communicating. So, oh, you heard it before you put my headphones on. Okay. I appreciate y'all. All right, so anyways, this is Taylor Herzer, and she's a PA in the state of Oklahoma, and she is the one running this Zoom. So let's watch it together. And yeah. She's not going to say anything. She's just going to stare.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to this Why Bravenly.
Let me test my sound against their sound. I probably need to turn them up a little bit.
My name is Taylor Herzer, and I am a board certified PA by trade, and I'm an executive vice president here at Bravenly. Tonight, you are going to get to hear from 4, including myself, 5 exceptional women, and all 5 of us have a background in clinical medicine. Now, the reason I'm starting this off with that information
is because you're trying to use those credentials to pitch Bravenly as an income opportunity and also to sell the products. That's the only reason that you're using an appeal to authority here.
Is you're going to hear all of us talk about our careers and our experiences and what led us to Bravenly and saying yes to Bravenly. But what I do want to make very clear is that this is not a medical endorsement of Bravenly or
okay, but it kind of is because you're mentioning your credentials. In fact, that's the whole reason, in my opinion, that you even said 5 medical professionals joined Bravenly. Here's why. Why else would you put that in the title?
It's products, and nothing we share.
Their video is a little low. All right, let me see what I can do.
Even if we're sharing our own testimonials or things that we've seen with the products, none of these things should be taken as medical advice. You should always consult your personal clinician before starting any supplements, new medications, anything like that. But one thing that we do have in common is that we do all have careers in medicine. That is how I know all of these women for the most part. And so we decided to do this really fun event and share our stories together. But what I hope is not that you think, okay, I need to be a PA or a nurse or a CRNA or a physician or whatever to be part of Bravenly. That is not the case. You can be from any walk of life. You can have a high school.
Yeah, because they're going to recruit everybody. They're going to attempt to recruit everybody. Oh, you have a brain, you have a heart, you're a human being, and you have a credit card? Great. You're perfect for it. Oh, it's not for everybody. Please.
School diploma or 14 PhDs. You can be a stay-at-home mom or you can be a corporate executive, and you can find your place here at Bravenly. So I'm going to start by sharing just a little bit of my story. Then I'm going to turn it over to one of my personal friends, and she's going to share her story. And then I'll come back on the end of the event, and I will talk a little bit more about the facts about Bravenly. But I want to start by just sharing
the facts, huh? We'll see about that
story with you. Now, again, it may or may not resonate with you. It may or may not be something that sounds like your life, but I do believe that my story is going to touch someone tonight, and you can relate to myself or one of my good friends when they share their story. So I have been practicing clinical medicine for about 7.5, 8 years in the emergency department when I really started experiencing heavy burnout. And that came from a multitude of different factors, but primarily the fact that I had my Harper, my daughter, and all of my priorities shifted. You see, before that, I was working as many shifts as I possibly could. I was picking up at multiple emergency departments. I wanted to be the go-to girl in the ER, and I had achieved that. The problem was I had the house on the right.
Why do you have to be the go-to person in the ER? What inside of you was driving you to be the go-to person when there are plenty of qualified professionals that can also contribute to helping people in the emergency department? What are we chasing here? Also, burnout in healthcare is 100% a real thing. Of course it is, right? So for her to already lay this foundation of this story, trying to appeal to people that are experiencing burnout in the medical profession is wild, considering we know what we know about multi-level marketing, that you're working all the time. Lots of people get burnout, the turnover rate, the amount of people, or percentage of people, if you will, that are not making any income in these companies. So you're comparing something that is legitimate. You are having to go to school, maintain credentials, probably having to take quite a test to maintain said credentials. You're in the, you're working in the hospitals, to a multi-level marketing company as if they're similar things. It's bizarre to me. But what she's doing here is she's trying to appeal as a PA to other people that are feeling burnt out in the medical field. This is the first seed that she's planting.
Street. I had the car with the right emblem, the purses with the right logos. I was living the dream from the outside, but what I didn't have was time. I didn't have time with my daughter. I had my family raising her, and I was missing out on her first steps. I'll never forget my husband sending me a video of my daughter taking her first steps while I was on shift.
Was it because you were choosing to take all these extra shifts that you missed that? I really hate the fact that these people in these companies will use the fact that some people have to, in order to work, they have to put children in daycare, and villainizing that. There are some people that want to work. There are some people that have to work. And the only option is for them to put their children in daycare. Is daycare outrageously priced? Of course it is. But the shaming of people that are parents that choose to work or want to work or have to work, as if what they're doing is wrong and, oh, I don't want to miss their first steps. The mom shaming is disgusting to me. That's how I want to say that.
And I went in the bathroom and I just sobbed, and I thought, this is not the life that I thought it was going to be when I dreamt of being, a physician or a PA my whole life. And so I just honestly started praying for a way out of the emergency department. And I thought it would come in the form of a directorship or a teaching position. I love teaching. I always have. I've taken students in the emergency department for years. But what it ended up coming in the form of was Bravenly. And it was not something that I expected. I initially said no to it, actually. But after trying the products myself, I was addicted to caffeine. Again, working at 80 hours outside of the home, a mom to an infant/toddler, wife to a very busy husband and entrepreneur. I loved caffeine, and I was surviving on caffeine and a prayer pretty much. So
the interesting part about this is one of the products that they talk about the most is their Bravenly Rush, which is it's got vitamins, but it also has about 135 milligrams of caffeine in it. So she's talking about, oh, I was addicted to caffeine, but one of their most popular products that we hear them talk about is Rush. So that also has a lot of caffeine in it. I was addicted to caffeine, so I swapped it with this that also has a lot of caffeine, especially if you're caffeine sensitive. 135 milligrams of caffeine can be a lot for a lot of people. And she knows that.
I told my friend I wasn't going to do the business with her, but I would try the products. And when I tried the Rush energy drink, which is our vitamin-packed adaptogen, nootropic, it has 72 ionic minerals, I had more mental clarity and energy and alertness than I had.
Oh, also, it's got several hundred, as far as the percent of daily amounts of vitamin B6 and B12 in it. So you've got caffeine and you've got vitamin B6 and B12 that are both water-soluble vitamins that your body can only absorb a certain amount of, and then you excrete it through your urine. So you're taking in a bunch of B vitamins in addition to caffeine. Of course you felt amazing. Of course you did, right?
Had in years, and it was from one simple swap. And I thought, I'm never going back. So I did a lot of investigation, a lot of research into the products, into the founders, into...
Now, my question is, how can you research a product that's a proprietary blend? How exactly does that work? You can't research a product that there's a proprietary blend. And I think this is like, it's either 750 or 7,500 milligrams, I believe, in this product. And it has 13, 14 ingredients in that blend. You can't research those ingredients within that blend without knowing how much is in there. And these companies, whether we're talking about MLMs or supplement companies that use proprietary blends, they're not going to tell you how much of those ingredients are in there. So exactly how can you research a proprietary blend? Oh, you can't. Got it. But go off about being a PA. Please tell us more. Do go on.
The company structure, the compensation structure, and every single one of those things checked the box for me that said I can align with this company in all
This is so cute. Cheers.
areas, from my
Thank you.
beliefs, from the potential for myself to earn a substantial income, for me to be able to lead other people. They aligned with family first and the values that I was seeking, and I went all in. Now, this is my personal story. It did take work. It did take sacrifice. I'm not saying that this is guaranteed.
Hey, Mia.
Where's the salad spring?
Where's the what?
Salad spring. Do we not have like a giant?
Yeah, we have a big thing of it. It's on the bottom. It's in there. Yeah, it's in there.
No, I just dug through everything. I can't find it. We have 3 big ones. One of them is perfect pinch.
Oh, I think that's the same thing. Yeah. By the way, I haven't talked about Salad Supreme seasoning in quite some time, which was what she was asking me about. Have y'all tried that? I'm telling you, Salad Supreme is really good on so many things. Actually, I want to put that in my pasta salad that I prepped for lunches. I will be putting up a reel and a short with that meal prep here soon.
But my long-term goal with Bravenly was to earn $4,500 a month and be able to go part-time in the emergency department. I earned that $4,500 paycheck within 60 days of getting started with Bravenly. I matched my PA income.
And how much of that income from Bravenly specifically came from recruiting, and how much came from selling a product? And also, if you were selling the product, were you using your PA credentials to endorse the product? But, you know, of course not really, right? Even though that's what this is.
I need you to help me.
I can't right now. I'm live. Okay.
I can't see anything.
Okay, babe. She can't find it.
I buy
And I know if I go out there, I'm gonna find it in seconds, but I can't because I'm here with you guys.
6 months. I doubled it by 12, and now almost 2 years in, I'm retired from emergency medicine. I do still work 2 days clinically in a clinical
So you're not retired.
practice here in Oklahoma because I truly do love medicine, and it's nice to get out and get to talk to people about holistic health. I talk to my
Oh, you talked to him about holistic health. Is Bravenly, in your opinion, lumped into that? Do you consider Bravenly holistic health? So my question is for you, Taylor. When you are working in the emergency department, are you talking to these patients about Bravenly, about the supplements, when they're coming to you in some of their worst days of their life, and you're seeing their lab work, or they're talking about their symptoms and what they're experiencing, and you're pitching Bravenly? Now, I don't know that this is true. I'm not saying that this is a fact. I'm simply asking a question, because what do you mean you like to go in and talk to people about holistic health care? Holistic health, I think is what she said. Is Bravenly included in that? If you have been a patient of this person and she has pitched you Bravenly, I would love to know about that, because I do plan on contacting the board in Oklahoma with this atrocious live that we're about to see the rest of, but I would love to include your story. So erinbies.com is how you can share that information with me, and I will keep you anonymous. But my gut is telling me, hang on a second. Hold on. You're using your credentials for this live. You work in the emergency department a few days a week. The holistic health thing, right? I just feel like these red flags here. So if you have a story, I would love to hear it.
patients about Bravenly. And again, just, getting on any stay-at-home moms understand. I was like, I'm going to be a full-time stay-at-home mom. And then I was like, maybe I want a few days outside of the house. So those are my days just to get to use my skills, use my knowledge, still impact people directly with their health. And then I get to work Bravenly full-time.
Do you get connected with your patients on Instagram or Facebook? Are you... I could see this happening, you guys. I can see how this goes down. She's She's in the ER. She has a patient. I'm not stating this as a fact, okay? she has a patient. That patient is like, oh, I really love your how you are treating and your take on holistic health and this and that. And I would love to connect with you more. Do you work outside of here? Do you take patients outside of the emergency department? Maybe this is a family member, not really the patient. They get connected on social media and then boom, they come across a live like this, where it's five medical professionals that join Bravenly. And here's why. Do you see what I'm saying? Unethical.
Completely debt free as a family because of Bravenly. And I am forever grateful for this opportunity, which is why I continue to share about it. Not because I need to make any more money. Again, praise God, we are taken care of financially. We are debt free and honestly set for life. But I continue to share about this because it would feel selfish to me to have such an opportunity that radically changed my life and was an
Oh my God, you're such a good person for recruiting people into a multi-level marketing scheme. For leaving your full-time job as a PA, using evidence-based medicine for a supplement company that holds prayers and spiritual manipulation type things at their events. You're such a good person.
answered prayer for me if I didn't continue sharing that with other people who may be having that same prayer as me, loving their career, feeling fulfilled, but all of a sudden it's not quite as fulfilling because something else takes that number one spot, that number one priority for you. I still feel like I'm impacting people's health and their lives and making a difference in the world and using my medical brain, honestly. But I just get to do that with thousands of people across the country and
I'm
soon
sorry,
to be.
are you trying to say that you're using your medical training to sell Bravenly supplements? Because I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do that. I'm pretty sure that's not how that works. But we'll see what the Oklahoma Medical Board says about it.
In 2 additional countries, being Canada and Australia, instead of just in the emergency department. So this has been a huge blessing to me, and I will continue to share about Bravenly with anyone who will listen. So I'm now going to turn it over to my colleague, PA colleague and friend, Michaela, and she's going to share a little bit about her story with Bravenly with you.
Your colleague, does she work at the ER with you? Okay, while they're getting it together. Shall we? Listen, creamy coconut. I've been vibing with this one. So let's just do it real quick. Almost spilled. I don't think that was that great, but the pour is always fabulous. Yeah, did she recruit that colleague? Mm-hmm. So fuzzy. Yeah, they are on a very slippery slope, in my opinion. Agreed.
Yeah, so I am Michaela Weaver. I am a PA, like she said. I have about 10 years, a little bit less, 9, of emergency medicine experience.
Emergency medicine, just like Taylor. So both Michaela Sims, although that's not her name on Facebook, and Taylor both work in emergency medicine in the state of Oklahoma.
And now I have moved into urgent care. But my background is very much Western medicine. So my brain works in Western medicine way most of the time. And I love Western medicine. I'm super grateful for it. And I know how important it is. It's incredible for helping people survive emergencies. And we can do great things in the emergency department. I have seen that firsthand, but I also have seen where there's a gap. So there was so many people that would walk in, even before I had any of my own medical issues, that were walking around and they were just kind of surviving and not thriving, and they were doing things that they were told to do by their doctor and still not feeling well. And so I would see these people in the emergency department all the time. They would come in and they'd say, like, I just have all this joint pain, or I have these GI issues, or I'm so fatigued, I've got these headaches that just really affect my day-to-day life, and nobody can figure anything out. Or they're having anxiety and panic attacks or brain fog, like so many different things. And when you
That's very bright. Sorry guys, 1 second. We'll just leave it there.
Medicine, you can be like, oh, some people are just dramatic, their labs are normal, they're fine. But when you
What do you mean some people are just being dramatic when they're coming to you and they're in pain? What do you mean? Does the urgent care that you work for know that you think that some people are being dramatic when their labs come back normal, but they're in pain. Michaela, to say this online is insane.
See it time after time after time for years and years and years. And some of these people you know personally, you realize like, no, this is really affecting their life. There's something more to the story that these basic labs and this basic imaging that I'm able to do are just not telling. And
so is it that the diagnostic testing is not what needs to be done for this patient that came to you at urgent care? Or maybe she's talking about the emergency department. I'm not really sure because, you know, the timeline is a little fuzzy. Or are they being dramatic? Because which is it? Right?
So these people had gone to their primary care. They were asking the right questions and following their advice and doing elimination diets and going to the gym and drinking the amount of water and all of the things. And they were still just truly miserable. And eventually they'd end up in the ER seeing me because they didn't know what else to do. They had done all of the right things and they still were miserable. And they were just truly desperate for answers. And so to be honest, like the ER is not really a place where we deep dive into chronic medical conditions. We're really good at ruling out emergencies. We're really good at taking care of emergencies there. And that's something I love too, but going deeper into the root cause of their symptoms was just not something that I had the ability to do there. And even outside of the ER and Western medicine in general, I just don't think that we are taught, well, I know for a fact because I completed PA school that we are not taught to really deep dive into root cause medicine. We're getting better at it, but we're not great at it. A lot of
the fact that she's talking about all of this makes me feel like she's setting this up for Bravenly to be the answer to some of these things that traditional medicine was having a hard time with treating, which is not the case at all. There's no scientific evidence that backs that up because what we're talking about is an MLM company supplement with proprietary blends. I'm probably going to say that a million times tonight, but this is so infuriating to me that they're doing this, that they're saying this, that they're implying this.
Sometimes we are following like different algorithms or things like that.
My colleagues and I in our urgent care are enjoying this as well, as is the 2 ERs and busy hospitals in Philadelphia. Well, hello to everybody that is watching at the urgent care. Appreciate what y'all do.
And
to you, Debbie.
That's determining our treatment plan. And we're not really digging into like, is there inflammation going on here? Are there nutrient deficiencies? How's your gut health? Are your hormones balanced? You know, how's your nervous system doing? How's your stress? How much sleep do you...
Would a PA be working with hormone balancing? And because that's a specialty. So how does that work?
You get what's your toxic load like? Like nobody has ever asked me those questions. And so that really hit me very hard whenever I found myself as the patient. So anytime you've been a patient, you realize, if you've ever been a healthcare worker and then a patient, you realize it's a very humbling experience. And so I became the patient when I looked healthy from the outside, but I was struggling with infertility. And I mean, truly looked healthy. Like I owned a boutique fitness studio and was working out multiple times a day and leading other people in fitness challenges. And
you were leading other people in fitness challenges. So does that mean you're certified to do that? You a personal trainer? I just have so many questions, which by the way, this is kind of related, but kind of unrelated. I wanted to throw this out there. I'm considering training people here in person in Vegas. I'm looking for maybe 3 or 4 in the Vegas area, specifically in Henderson or the surrounding areas. So if you are somebody that would like to train with me in person and you have questions, you can message me on Instagram, you can comment here, or you can contact me through my website. I am very busy, as I know you guys are all very busy, but I do want to explore the idea of picking up some in-person clients here in Las Vegas. So I also have a post up, a community post, if you would like to comment there and ask some questions or whatnot. So let me know.
Eating well and drinking my water and doing all the things, but I knew that something was wrong. And so whenever I started dealing with infertility, I was going and seeking medical advice and getting actually multiple opinions. And I kept kind of being handed this umbrella term of PCOS that I just
Yeah. Let me know.
Felt like did not fit. Nobody was asking me enough questions to get to the root cause, and I knew that. And ultimately being handed a medication that I didn't feel comfortable taking and didn't feel like was, again, the right fit. And so I remember just being so frustrated and feeling like, well, it's because nobody's asking me the right questions. And so that just led me to totally deep dive on my own because, hey, I've got a degree in medicine. I should be able to figure this out.
Sending you lots of love, Becca.
Into functional medicine and hormones and gut health and cortisol and nutrient deficiencies and how they all work together and affect one another. So I started making changes on my own, prioritizing sleep and lowering my stress levels and changing the type of workouts that I did. But I also started looking into like what deficiencies that I may have that could relate to infertility. And so eventually through all of that, lots of money spent on labs and lots of strings pulled by friends that are physicians to get me into functional medicine providers because it's not easy to get in to see those people. But I ended up figuring it out, and
I think it is so gross when people like this are like, oh, I pulled some strings with my colleagues to get into this specialist or whatnot. I just think that is so, I just think that's gross.
Got pregnant and I had a healthy pregnancy, and praise God for that. That was truly such an answer to prayer. But even at the end of that, like I've got 27 supplements on my counter, like 27. I can't take all of those every day. And so I realized like what I'm doing is
we haven't found it quite yet, but we're working on it.
It's not ideal and it's not really sustainable long term. And so I kind of just took myself off of it. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna have this baby, I'm gonna be fine, and my body's gonna reset. And it did not, because if you've ever I'm
sorry, you're a PA and you think that after you have a baby, your body is gonna reset. Really? As somebody with 2 kids. Okay.
Felt what postpartum feels like and how exhausted you are and how messed up your hormones are, you realize that is not how it works. You don't just get a perfect reset. And that's really about the time that Bravenly specifically caught my attention. And it really was not the products at first. It was the culture. I saw a video from somebody at a conference sharing just a pan across the room of
it wasn't the products, it was the culture when you were dealing with health battles. What? This doesn't even make any sense to me. Of course, this is where she's going to get into to mentioning that, you know, the prayer was happening at an event. Bravenly is, in my opinion, one of the more religious multi-level marketing companies. I think one of the very first videos I did on Bravenly was like a youth pastor who was trying to talk science. It was wild. Check the Bravenly playlist after you guys watch this. 1, go back and look how different my hair looks. But 2, yeah, it's the spiritual manipulation for me.
Shipping at the beginning of conference. And I'm like, what are you doing? What company is that? And she answered me and I thought, okay, cool. I don't have time to mess with it. And then later,
that's the next step.
Later, I saw some other people sharing about the products and I started seeing the ingredients.
Some of them got it from Oklahoma State. Some of them got it from like Oklahoma Community Baptist or something like that, which I think is where she got it from, I believe. Don't quote me. I don't have their Facebook information up in front of me.
I was like, oh, that's a lot of stuff that I'm already taking. And so that really is what piqued my interest.
But her name on here is Michaela Sims, but hold on, I'm going to scroll up on this message. She's Michaela Weaver on Facebook.
Just knowing like, okay, this one product has like 5 of the things that I'm already taking in it.
Okay, let's stop there. What do you mean this product has 5 of the things that that you're already taking in it? Because again, see my notes on proprietary blend from the beginning of this stream. If you're taking a supplement or you're taking something prescribed to you by your doctor, you know how much you're taking, you know what the ingredients are, you know the side effects, you know the risk, you know all of that, you know the benefits. When you're taking a proprietary blend, you have no idea how much is in it. Is it even an effective amount? Probably not, in my opinion. You don't know how much is in there. Her lining this up like, oh, this is replacing 5 of the products or 5 of the supplements or whatever that I was already taking. How do you know that? because it's a proprietary blend. I know that I said this a lot, or I said that I'm going to be saying it a lot, but it is absurd to me that somebody in medicine that understands how scientific evidence works is going to say, oh, I was taking these supplements in these amounts and oh, it has these in here. And by the way, believe me, I'm a PA. That's bizarre to me. This is disgusting.
I think the blends at Bravenly are so smart, and that is really what caught my attention. So then I started researching it really hard because, again, I've been in emergency medicine, so I've seen people put themselves into kidney failure and arrhythmias and everything else from these perfect supplements that they decided to put themselves on with no medical oversight. And so that's scary. So what impressed me when I researched was that these products are GMP certified, which means that they follow very
That's just for contamination. That's to prevent contamination. That doesn't mean that they're effective.
Strict manufacturing and quality control standards whenever they're made. They are triple tested by a third party for purity, concentration, and heavy metals. So that means that they're testing the raw ingredients, they're testing during manufacturing, and then they're testing at the end to make sure that everything is what they're advertising. They are gluten
Which is not testing for efficacy, just FYI.
free, they're soy free, they're dye.
I feel like I need to get a different color mic cover. What do y'all think? I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's kind of boring. I feel like I need something fun. Totally random. Let me know in the comments.
Free. They are very clean overall. And so I was very impressed when I started doing my research, and I chose to go ahead and try the products. I tried the Accelerate Trio first. And honestly, I very quickly was obsessed with it. My energy stabilized, my mood improved. And again, I was postpartum, so that was a big deal. Actually, my milk supply improved. I was breastfeeding at the time, which thank you to Gold for that. And my skin also improved, which I didn't even really see coming. And so Rush was replacing my big sugary HCOT or my Sonic drink.
Well, okay, when I was watching this with the members, what is HCOT? Do y'all know what that is? Because I have no idea.
And I was going in the right direction. I just genuinely felt better. And so naturally,
you probably felt better because you're not taking in as much sugar. I don't know what sugary drink she was consuming. I have no idea. But I guarantee you she feels better because she's not taking in as much of whatever it was. That doesn't make any sense, but I hope you guys get what I'm saying. She's making healthier changes by cutting out something that's higher calorie, right? With simple sugars, probably. But again, she doesn't elaborate on what she's talking about. What did you replace? I would love to know.
People were asking me, like, what are you doing? And at first I told Taylor I want nothing to do with the business side. I actually had just sold my boutique fitness studio. And if you've ever owned a small business, you understand, like, you are everyone. You are the marketer. You are the person who comes up with the sale, markets the sale, implements the sale, deals with the sale when people are upset.
Right. And that's exactly why you as a Bravenly rep are not a business owner. That right there. You're not making any of those decisions. You have a compliance department that holds you accountable. You have the Oklahoma State Medical Board that's going to, hopefully, in my opinion, hold you accountable for the things that you are doing and saying online, which is vile.
About the sale, like, just all of the things, schedules the classes for them to use their sale passes on, like, it's just a lot. And I was like, I am a workaholic a little bit. I have a hard time knowing when to stop. And so I said, I'm never doing anything where I own my own business ever again.
Right. And you don't own your own business with Bravenly. So I guess you've got that going for you.
But the thing was, people were coming and they were asking me about these products and I knew they would help them. And so it was very natural.
High concentration oxygen therapy.
Very organic for me to share this, and I realized just how simple it could be and how quickly it would scale, because whenever one person would try the product, they would want more and they would reorder. And I
probably because they're taking a bunch of vitamin B, B6, B12, and caffeine. So of course they want more. Why does it sound like some kind of a weird drug deal? Are you meeting people in the parking lot to sell them your, front loading products too? This is wild.
I really wasn't having to do a lot of work for that. Our reorder rate's incredible here. So even though I honestly probably signed up more to get the discount, eventually I did upgrade to brand partner. And Taylor eventually told me, I think it was in May of last year, hey, why don't you just be consistent for 30 days and see what happens? And so that's what I did. And
so Taylor recruited Michaela. They both worked in the ER. Now she works in urgent care, and Taylor works 2 days a week in an ER. I feel like I need a board to be able to connect things like the Mixon family deep dive video.
And I very quickly hit director. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to make an income goal. I was like, I'm going to try to make my car payment for a new car because I didn't have a car payment.
HCOT is high caffeine tea. Oh my.
But I wanted a bigger car. And so that's what I did. Very quickly was able to do that. And it really shocked me how achievable that goal was. But we have incredible leadership here and we have incredible systems.
Humboldt County's own tea. Oh. Whiteboard and red strings too. Do it.
That work so well. And so I honestly have just never looked back since. But the money hasn't even been the best part. The best part has just been watching other women realize what they're capable of. I didn't know I would be leading a team, but I truly believe that network marketing is one of the greatest equalizers that ever exist. And your degree doesn't determine your ceiling here. And so it didn't matter what backgrounds. These people started joining my team from all different backgrounds, and it was just very fulfilling to watch all of them succeed. And it's the only place I could come and say, hey, I'm a PA, but you can just do exactly what I'm doing and make what I'm making tomorrow. You can start.
I'm sorry. You are telling people, hey, I'm a PA. You don't have to be a PA, but just do what I do and you'll make this money. You can't do that. You can't say that.
Want to. So anyways, I obviously love Bravenly.
And Taylor, don't go deleting this from your Facebook. I already have it downloaded. I already have the screenshots. I already have it all. So don't go deleting it. I know you're going to run and hide, as you should, in my opinion, especially with what you're doing and saying. This is not Taylor. Taylor was the first woman. This is Michaela, but you can't say this stuff. This is something.
Love the products. They impressed me. I love the blends. And the business has also been incredible too. I could talk on and on about it, but I'm going to pass it on to Caitlyn.
Hello, thank you, Michaela. Well, my name is Caitlyn Francis. I am a senior executive director here at Bravenly, but I am also a nurse. And so
the nurses are going to riot. Y'all are going to riot.
I had about 4 years of emergency medicine background. And so that actually has really not much to do with my story.
I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the smolder. Caitlyn, did you just say emergency departments? We have 3 people that worked in the emergency department. We have Caitlyn, who's a nurse. We have Taylor, the blonde, who is a PA. And then we also have Michaela, who's also a PA. All 3 of them worked in the emergency department. Do we think that they could possibly be working at the same hospital?
I'm actually going to shift you in a whole other direction. So I actually have been with a affiliate marketing, network marketing company prior to this.
She was with New Skin, by the way. Taylor, you didn't delete all the pictures on your Facebook. Or not Taylor, sorry, Caitlyn.
I did it for about a year. I was all in with it. I earned a free trip in 3 months and I was loving it. But something did not feel aligned. It didn't feel at home for me. It was, it just wasn't where my heart was. And so I actually, after the trip, I stepped back a little bit. And I had been following about Bravenly for a while. And I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to dip my toes in this again. But here I am, and I did. And I am so glad that I did, because I was truly letting fear hold me back from something that now has absolutely changed my family's life. And so I'm going to take you back. Last February, I joined Bravenly, and I joined, but here's the thing. I actually let fear continue to hold me back. And I look at that every single day now, and I'm like, what the heck was I thinking? And
guys, if you could do me a favor, it looks like we've got just over 100 people on and only 41 likes. It helps me to spread the word. So if you would do me a favor, make sure you're subscribed. And also, if you would like the stream, please and thank you.
A week later, after I joined, I actually found out I was pregnant with our second little girl. And so that was even more overwhelming. I was like, oh my gosh, here I am starting a whole new business, pregnant with a toddler. What am I going to do? And so I let the fear hold me back. I was seeing people win left and right in this company. I was seeing people's lives being changed. And so fast forward to 6 months. It was about June, I would say. I messaged Taylor, who I am under, and I said, okay.
So Taylor, PA in Oklahoma, recruited Caitlyn, a nurse that works in the ER, and also Michaela, a PA that works in the ER. You smell what's going on here? Of course, allegedly.
I'm done playing scared. I got maternity leave that I got to take. I'm taking 3 months with this new baby, and I do not get that in the position that I am at as a nurse. And so I'm just not letting that hold me back. I said, I'm going to pay for this maternity leave. So
wait, why would you not get maternity leave? Had you not worked at the emergency room that you worked at the time for a year or more? I'm confused how she mentioned that. I had maternity leave, but I didn't have it. Maybe I missed something in her story. Perhaps I missed, which happens often.
I'm a kind of a strange thing. A lot of people ask me, did you take a lot of the Bravenly products while you were pregnant? And I said I took some, but not a lot. I didn't let that hold me back from continuing to share about these life-changing products. Every single day, I was sharing about these products, whether I was taking them or not, because I knew that somebody needed them.
No, they don't. Nobody needs Bravenly products. No.
So I went all in, and fast forward to October, our baby girl was born, and I completely paid for my maternity leave. And from June to October, I got 3 months. I matched my RN salary of what I was needing because we are not a one-income family. We like to live fancy. And I was so blessed.
We like to live fancy. Do you think that's a flex in this economy? We like to live fancy. Look at the money that I made in Bravenly. Meanwhile, the income disclosure statement shows a completely different picture.
The stress off me there. Well, then life threw some curveballs at me. Our little girl,
maybe she works PRN. That's a very, very good point. Perhaps.
She went to the NICU. 5 days after I delivered our baby, I got Bell's palsy. You can probably see, I still have a...
Oh, girl. The self-tanner on the hands.
Little residual in my eye. It was one of the hardest seasons, and I get very emotional talking about it. It was one of the hardest seasons, and here I am again.
What do you mean here you are? Oh, maybe she's talking about getting emotional.
My grandpa passed away.
I forgot about this. Yesterday when she was saying all this, I'm not downplaying what she went through and what a hard, I'm going to use their terminology, season this was for her. The delivery, when I was listening to this with the members the other day and watching this, I was like, this is giving country song. This is so Blonde Ambition. That's what Blonde Ambition is talking about. It's not me like making fun or laughing at this horrendous time in her life. It's the delivery. I can't unhear it.
You know, I lost my childhood dog. My baby girl was in and out of the hospital 3 days before Christmas.
Awful.
But here I am every single day. I was plugging in and I was showing up for my team because this company, I was getting messages from my team, my leaders checking on me every single day. And that meant the world to me. That's what was
I'm sorry, that self-tan is really bad. I'm all for it. I love a good self-tan, which by the way, Bronze, this is not sponsored. Obviously it's not sponsored, but I think the company is called Bronze Illusion, and it's a self-tanner that is based on your hair and your eye color. Check them out. I have it. I've tried it. I enjoy it, but I just don't want to commit to the upkeep of a self-tanner. My hands did not look like that though, because I followed proper technique. Okay.
Amazing is the community here is unmatched. It's unmatched. unmatched.
They all say that.
The income here, unmatched. The products.
Really, the income here is unmatched. Is that why, hold please, I'm looking at their income disclosure statement, which I have linked in the video description. Is that why the average, no, excuse me, the median monthly gross income for all U.S. affiliates and brand partners, active and inactive, in 2025 was $218.87 before any expenses, before any products were purchased? Oh, let me also point out here in the fine print, expenses incurred in operating an independent Bravenly global business, it's not a business, may include but are not limited to the purchase of a starter kit, $49.99, payment of renewal fees, $39.99 yearly, purchases of product samples or inventory, shipping costs, transportation costs, training and educational expenses, national conference costs between $149 to $229 a year, and travel expenses. In some cases, these costs and expenses may exceed the amount earned by affiliates and brand partners from Bravenly Global. Now, if I'm looking at this income disclosure statement, those numbers alone are going to put the majority of these people in the hole. I would say you would have to probably get to the fifth or sixth, well, sixth rank for sure, in order to not be in the red financially with joining this, just from the information shared on the income disclosure statement. If these people, like one video that I did on Bravenly, the woman was taking 10 products a day. So you can imagine the undue influence, in my opinion, that's being used to get people to be a product of the product and front load and order all of these products and showcase it and advertise for free unless you make a sale. Then you earn a little commission. Unless you recruit somebody, then you probably earn more commission. This isn't a comp plan video, but you know, I would be down to cover it. I think it's been a while since I've looked at it. So it's interesting that she's like, hey, the income here is unmatched. Is it really? Because that's not what the income disclosure statement is showing.
That we offer truly life-changing. I'm 7 months postpartum, and I can say that this postpartum, my energy level has been up. I actually feel way better this time. I had severe postpartum depression with my first daughter.
Wait, so are you saying the community and the Bravenly products helped you with postpartum depression? Because you can't say that, especially with the products. You can't say that.
And I mean, I had minor, postpartum blues. But this postpartum has been an absolute blessing as far as the emotional standpoint, because of these products. I don't think I would be where I'm at today.
You can't say that. Oh man, the nursing board is going to have a field day with this one.
I will say I'm not making any type of medical claims, but
you are. You just did. You just did. That's exactly what that was. And you know that's what that was. That's why now you're like, oh, better throw a disclaimer out there. Too late. It's too late.
Half of my face, you will probably see some pictures when you join. Half of my face was completely droopy. I was taking gold regularly. I was taking these products regularly.
I'm sorry, are you trying to claim that Bravenly Gold helps with Bell's palsy? As a nurse in Oklahoma?
Really, I was decreasing my inflammation overall. And my whole story here is to tell you guys that in the hardest of your days, you can show up and you can be here. I get people all the time tell me, I don't know if I have time to do this. I don't know. Girl, if I can do it, so can you. I have two littles. I have a 7-month-old and now a 4-year-old. I'm still a nurse. I work a couple days a week at the hospital, but not many now because of this company.
Do you try to pitch your patients Bravenly? If you had a patient that came in with Bell's palsy, would you try and sell them Bravenly Gold? Or is that just reserved for your social media? What, babe?
A picture of the shoes I can send you. Mirror long enough.
Oh, Mia's making dinner for us tonight. Isn't that exciting, you guys? I can't wait.
And so when people tell me that they are too busy, I'm just like, no, you are not. You can do this. Like, I promise. Like, I get people have crazy life experiences. I get it. Like, life happens every single.
When I walk
What, babe?
I keep forgetting that I have the platforms on, and then I walk normally, and I'm like,
Those are cute. Do y'all remember from the 2000s the platform? I'm gonna say flip-flops, sandals, the big ones, the big chunky black ones that are like that soft material. She just got a pair from Walmart, and she's she's wearing them around. I'm like, oh, the flashbacks I'm getting.
Day. But you have to make the decision whether you want to show up and you want to change your life. This can be so impactful for you. We have resources that are truly incredible. Absolutely incredible.
I also have some incredible resources in the video description, like if you wanted to report them to the FTC. Just FYI.
From my previous company to this one now, it is a huge
They are back, and I'm so excited about it.
Huge eye-opener. What we literally give you when you join us. We're not going to overload you with all this information, be like, here you go, here's an open book, just figure it out, and here we are. No, we help you every single step of the way, because that's what you get when you plug in with one of us here. We want everybody to win here. We do not want anybody to fail.
They want everybody to win, but that's just not how MLM math works, specifically comp plans. So
if it's not for you after you've plugged in for a year, then okay, you have given it your best shot. But guess what? You are not going to know. You're not going to get your toes wet until you just jump all in. Just do it.
Yeah, that sounds like a cult. You're not going to really know what this is like until you jump all in. Just jump all in, and then you discover it's a cult, and you're like, wait a second, hold on. And when I say cult, I mean commercial cult. I do think MLMs are commercial cults for sure, especially at the events. My God.
So that is my story here. And I could, like Michaela and Taylor so far, I could talk on and on and on about this.
Oh, please do go on. Please do. I beg of you.
But I just get so emotional every time I talk about it, because the blessing here, it is just... it's wide open with what you can accomplish here. You're going to get friends for life. You're going to get a community that prays over you, loves over you.
Praise, not praise.
It's just absolutely incredible. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to hand it over to Macy.
I have a physician. Debbie, this is wild to me. I have a physician in here in his most respectful Indian accent. He said, oh my God, what floor does she work on? Oh my God, I'm calling HR. The fact that I'm exposing these medical professionals, and there are people at a hospital right now watching this, I think is so cool. I think that is so cool.
Macy now, she's my girl. So here we go, Macy.
Macy. Hello. Guess where Macy lives, guys? If you said Oklahoma, you nailed it.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay. You know what, guys? We're done here. They've just rocked it. Every time we have these or I listen to any of them speak, I'm like so fired up. I'm just like, all right, let's get to work. But I am Macy Malott. I too am a PA. I live in Southern Oklahoma. Taylor,
Oklahoma.
I went to school together. I've been PA.
Wait a second. Taylor, the blonde at the beginning, also recruited Macy. Macy and Taylor went to high school together. Now, does Macy work in the emergency department? I don't think she does. If I remember correctly, I think she works at an urgent care, but I probably paused it too soon. So let's hear.
For almost a decade. It's crazy because I'm only 25, but so yeah, my background is similar. I have worked in urgent care medicine. I've worked in orthopedic sports medicine, and now I actually work in some behavioral health. And so I kind of done it all, and I absolutely love being a PA. And I am shocked sometimes that I'm sitting here in front of you because I joined Bravenly for the products, period, point blank. I only wanted to try the products. I had just been diagnosed.
If you joined because of the products that are proprietary blend products as a PA, in my opinion, you need to go back to PA school. In fact, just stop being a PA. Just let the credentials go. You shouldn't be helping people with their health, in my opinion.
With Crohn's about 2 years ago. I felt terrible. I was very sick. I had gone through some pretty traumatic things a couple years prior, bad breakups, just life things that happened. And I just was not taking care of myself. I did not feel well. And I saw Taylor posting about these products and I trusted her. I knew her background.
You trusted her because she's a PA that's selling MLM supplements that are proprietary blend products.
We went to school together. I just simply trusted her, right? And so I remember messaging her and I said, hey, I want to try these products. I specifically want to try Gold. I read about it and thought, okay,
Gold
I really
is a
want to try
product.
this.
Gold is a product that has turmeric in it. I remember looking that up. Hold on a second. Let's see, Bravenly. That is very bright, but that's okay. Okay, shop all products. I just want to look at the price. Okay, so Bravenly Gold has, oh, it's a proprietary blend. 1,226 milligrams of a proprietary blend that has turmeric, coconut, Garcinia cambogia, I'm probably not pronouncing that properly, apple cider vinegar, mushrooms, black pepper, cinnamon, and turmeric extract versus turmeric powder. Right. That's just in the powder sticks, but then they also have capsules with the same things in it. Yeah. So you were interested in a proprietary blend? Tell me how that matches up with scientific evidence on these particular ingredients, because if there's scientific studies out there on, let's say, turmeric, which I'm sure there probably are, there's a specific protocol that is followed in said study. They took it for this long. This is how much they took. This is, how many times a day they took it. This is the delivery method. These are the placebo. This is the control. This is how we recorded whatever they were trying to measure in that study. You're not going to get any of that from a proprietary blend supplement. So, hi, I'm a PA and I was particularly interested in Gold that's a proprietary blend, even though I am practicing evidence-based medicine. God, I hope so, especially in behavioral health. But yet I'm a distributor in Bravenly and try this Gold proprietary blend. And what is the cost on said product? Oh, don't worry, guys. It's only $69.99 for 30 days, more than likely. Let me see. Do they even have a picture of the ingredient? The ingredient label. Oh, I got to download the PDF to see it. Yeah, 30 capsules or 30 single serve packets.
How can I get the biggest discount? That's literally what I said. And she was like, well, if you sign up to sell, that's how you get the biggest discount. And I'm like, all right. I had no intentions of selling ever, guys. I have no experience, zero, none. I don't have a social media following. I literally graduated high school, went to college, played softball in college, went right to PA school, and then was a PA. I have no business experience at all. And so if you don't hear anything other than, hey, you don't have to have some crazy background in business, some crazy social media following to be successful here, I want you to hear that, because I am that person. No experience whatsoever. But I started trying the products and I thought, wow, these really work. I had a horrible caffeine addiction like the girls.
I'm sorry. Your testimonial is the evidence, aka anecdotal evidence. If these people in these companies, I say this all the time, if they were not allowed to share testimonials as scientific evidence, aka, well, not aka, which actually is anecdotal, they wouldn't be able to sell products because they would have to lean on the science. Well, the science is lacking, to say the least, when it comes to these products in particular. Imagine what they would have to do in order to try and sell and recruit. If they couldn't use testimonials, they couldn't make these health claims, the medical claims. Imagine. Wild.
Before me said.
Thanks, Jenna.
And I remember drinking a rush, and I remember sitting in a room with a patient, and I was like listening to them, and I was just engaging with them, and I'm like, I'm a way better PA on these products. Like I was like, I feel so much better. And I admit that now. Like I thought I was good then, but I'm like, wow, like I feel great.
Now, I wonder where she was working at the time that she is admitting that she wasn't paying attention to patients and that she was drinking Bravenly Rush, which has lots of vitamin B6, lots of vitamin B12, and 135 milligrams of caffeine, making her, what did she say? A better PA? I wonder if the HR department knows that that's what she's saying online. And it also makes me worried about the safety of her patients that she wasn't paying attention to. Those are her words, not mine. She's paying way better attention because of taking a supplement from an MLM company that she's also a distributor to sell while also using her PA credentials to sell it. Just let that marinate for a second, you know?
And so for me, it just naturally, I just started sharing about these products. I believed in them. I read about them and I thought, okay, other people need to try these.
Dr. Steele's turmeric is from my country. Sit down. And reaffirmed this is why he doesn't hire PAs. We all need to all buy him lunch tomorrow. Our nice physician just said, WTF, I'm leaving. Carry on. I would love to buy him lunch. I would love that. I would love to know his thoughts on this video. Like, what do you think? Tell me everything.
I had my mom try them and I made her sign up to sell because I was like, just get the discount. You know, I mean, I'm like telling all these people, just get the discount. Like I had no business trying to market. I didn't know. And then I remember it was like 6 months into this and I had this light bulb moment. It was like God almost just smacked me in the face and he was like,
I mean, in my opinion, God should smack you in the face for being a PA and trying to shill these ridiculous supplements and recruit into Bravenly, but that's just my opinion.
Do you not remember you praying to me about needing, like in your future, you want to be able to stay home with your children? Because that's something that I've prayed for forever. My mom got to stay home with me as a kid and I just cherished that. Like I cherished that. I'm so thankful that I didn't have to go to a daycare. If that's your story, please don't be offended by that. But I loved getting to be with my family and be with my grandparents, all the things. And so for me, it was like, that's always been a prayer in my heart. Like I want to have the opportunity to have the freedom. If I do have children, I don't have children yet, but that's my goal. And so that's something that I've always prayed. But as a PA, I thought that's not possible. Like I'm never going to be able to have the freedom to do that or have a side income or anything of that nature because I have to be at work. We make a good living. We're all healthcare professionals. Like we know what it's like to work hard and make a good living. But here's the thing, you have to be present. You have to be there. And so for me, I just took that out of my brain and it was like God just smacked me and said, hey, look at this. Like, look at what Bravenly has for you. Like I know you've never done this, but like, this is an opportunity I'm giving you. And it was just, I couldn't unsee it. Once that happened for me, I was like, oh, like I could not unsee what Bravenly was, what Bravenly stood for. I knew it.
If I never hear all the things, I will be so grateful.
I aligned with the values, the beliefs. I mean, everything about Bravenly is what I stand for. And that was a no-brainer for me. But I never believed in myself that I could actually be successful financially in this space. I just didn't think it was for me because I didn't have experience. And so as time has gone on, it's like, oh my goodness, the resources, like everything has been given to me. Yes, it takes hard work. I'm not saying that. But what I'm telling you is if you are somebody that feels like you can't be successful here because you have no experience, you're lying to yourself. You're letting yourself get in your way. And I tell my team all the time, get out of your own way, get out of your own head, because that's all it is. You are absolutely capable of being successful here, period. You are. There is nothing different between me and all the other girls that have spoke before me and that are going to speak after me. There's nothing different than us.
The fact that she keeps referring to women as girls.
We just believe in ourselves and we believe in this team and we believe in this community and believe in these products, period. That's the only thing that's different.
Taylor works in a med spa.
And we work hard, but so can you. And so I'm telling you that if you feel like I don't have any social media following, I don't know a lot of people, I don't know, I'm not good at talking on a live, I'm not pretty enough, yada, yada, yada. I could go on. I could list all those things because guess what? I've thought about it. I am not some tiny little girl who's prim and proper and perfect. That is not me. And I can find success here. And so
Success. Is that a Freudian slip? Sinking ship. MLMs are going down, but then put success at the end of it.
Can you? And so I go on a tangent and I preach all the time about it, but I want you to believe in yourself because you can be successful here. It is a pack and play system. Everything.
Pack and play. Pack and play? Like what you put your babies in? Do you mean plug and play?
Is given to you. It's almost comical because
it's almost comical. I could just picture her as a PA.
Everything is given to you. People above us, below us, all around us work so hard at streamlining these systems that I'm just like, I would have never even thought of that. Like that would have never crossed my mind. Like, you are smart, girl. Can I use that? I mean, seriously, it is such a tight-knit community and I am so blessed by it. So if you don't hear anything at all from me, please know you don't have to have some major, business success prior to here.
Macy, this is really weird. Everybody else was talking about the professional capacity. Maybe her objective for her section of this was to talk about mindset shifts, because that's pretty much what she's doing. Listen, if you believe enough, you can be successful here. Except no, because that's not what the income disclosure statement shows. You mean to tell me that the people that make up the majority of this company that are making, hardly any money, if anything at all, just didn't believe enough? No, that's not how any of this works.
You don't have to be a part of a company before here. You don't have to have this big following. You may have one friend. Guess what? We can make more, I promise. So please know that you can find success here. So that's kind of my spiel. I just joined for the products. I'm so thankful that I listened to God and I listened to friends and I believed in myself, because that's really all it took. And once I saw Bravenly, I could not unsee it. Bravenly will be a household product.
No, it won't.
We are already expanding into 2 countries. We are going global.
It's not going to be a household product. No.
It says Bravenly Global for a reason. And I promise you, it is not too late for you to join. We are at ground zero. We are at the ground level. We are just, I don't even think we've hit momentum, which is a very bold statement for me to say, because again, new business girly. But I'm telling you, once you see what Bravenly will do, you're just like, oh my gosh, I have to.
Which is it, can or will do?
Get in. So please know you are not too late. You just have to make the decision.
By the way, I know you're going to ask, this is ethereal from Adriana Nichole Cosmetics. Actually, can we just take a pause real quick, because I have a bunch of products that I tagged, because some of you have asked about my skincare routine, my makeup routine, and I actually brought products that I could show you that I used for today's look. This is ethereal from Adriana Nichole Cosmetics. Let's run through just really quickly. I do my normal skincare, which maybe I'll do another video down the road on that. This is what I start with. Actually, I have no foundation on, by the way. I use some primer. This is from Makeup Forever. And, oh, I have these stacked. Just a second. Sorry if that's loud. This is the eyeshadow that I have on. This is one eyeshadow. This is the Adriana Nichole Cosmetics and the cool toned neutrals. And the color that I used is this one right here. And it's called Resilient. That's all I have on my lids. Love it. The mascara that I have, you guys already know. Oh, that's upside down. Sorry. Telescopic by L'Oreal, the carbon black one. That's what I have. That's what I have on. The heck was that? This is, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but this is the blush that I use. It's a cream blush made by Nichole. And these are all the colors. Have I used all of them? No. It's fine. These are all the colors. The one that I used is this one right here. This one. It's a cute little pink. Hold on, let me grab the lid. And he also has some smaller ones that are called curve cases. This is the curve case collective. Then the one that I linked here is the curve case. It's a smaller one. And then my eyebrow pencil that is hair-like strokes is from L'Oreal. I have this linked. I think this is in the color taupe, but I'm not really sure. Blonde, excuse me. Blonde. Finally, the lip color is from NYX, and the color is called Flaunt It. And finally, what did I set my face with that does not have any foundation? One size powder, and the one that I have is in it's ultra pink. Okay, there you have it. Click on the links, check them out, and let me know if you guys want me to do like a skincare video or something short. I don't know. Let me know.
And once you've made that decision, I promise you, you can get to work and you can find success here. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Jordan. Jordan is an incredible friend of mine. She is a wonderful teammate. She is a great leader. And she's one of those girls that has given me some ideas where I'm like, wow. So Jordan, take it away, sister.
Do we think Jordan lives in Oklahoma?
Thank you, Macy. That was so sweet of you. She just brought the heat, you guys. Did she not? Okay, well.
Oh my God, Chris. Thank you so much. Welcome to the new members. So we have Stampin', PRN. We have Lisa W, Jalen, Purple Talons, and Beehives and Homicides. Beehives and Homicides? What a handle. Welcome. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the members only after party. And thank you so much, Chris the Doll, for the gifted memberships. It's so nice of you.
I am going to jump to it. My name is Jordan Bartels. I am a vice president here at Bravenly. That means nothing to you guys. Okay. I'm just going to say that. That literally means nothing to you guys. But
she said what? Vice president of, okay. Vice president, 0.67% of the company are at this rank. Median monthly income, $6,581.88. She's saying that because she thinks it's a flex.
But what I'm going to tell you guys is
also clean your camera because you're looking a little blurry. Maybe it's the lighting.
That I have a lot to share, so I'm going to try to talk really fast. So, I thought for the longest time that my dream would be to be a trauma RN nurse. Literally, that's all I ever wanted to be. I was living my life, and my husband and
I do still like Joan Rhodes Beauty. I don't have it on today.
We're still living half the time together. For the first time, we were together for 3 weeks, and I thought, man, this is what life is supposed to be like. So that month in 2021, I decided to quit my dream job to come home and be with my husband.
Why are you putting dream in quotes? Was it your dream or was it not?
Full time, and to potentially be a stay-at-home mom. So that is a little bit about my story from RN to where I was at now. And I want to start.
Oh, thanks, Katie. I appreciate you for sharing this on your social media. I'll check it out once I'm done here and share it out. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. And yeah, feel free to share, you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. If you're watching the replay on your phone, I believe is how you can hype up the video. And you have the option to hype. If you would do that, that would be amazing.
By saying that I do have previous experience here in network marketing. I was in the top 5% of my previous company. I built there for 5 years. And I decided to come to Bravenly for a couple of reasons, but I want to take you back to kind of the start of when Bravenly came into my life. It was November of 2024. I am actually sitting in my kitchen, and I'm looking over here to my left, and I remember my husband coming home and saying, "Jordan, have you not moved at all today?" And it really hit me.
We're getting into postpartum depression, so content warning. I know that I have a pinned comment, but just wanted to remind everybody, please take care of yourself and your mental health.
I had no energy. I didn't want to play with my daughter. I literally looked towards bedtime. I looked towards nap time. But
I think that's a normal thing for parents that are home with their children to look forward to nap time, to take a breather, a mental reset. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because it is really difficult to be a parent. It is the hardest thing that I've ever done. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And the fact that she's pitching this, knowing that that's going to be a common thing for a lot of parents that are home with their children, as something wrong. I don't love that. It's okay to need a break. It's okay to need a breather, a mental reset, some time for yourself. There's nothing wrong with that as a parent.
Kicker was I was living in my answered prayer. I've been praying for my daughter, but I know I had no energy. I didn't care to do anything. And I just thought to myself, God, why'd you give me an answer? But why do I not care? Why do I have no energy? Why do I not want to do any of this?
Maybe it was time to talk to a medical professional. Just a thought.
So I reached out to Taylor and
Taylor, the PA that works at a med spa, allegedly, that apparently recruited all of them. And they all live in Oklahoma. And she wanted to be a trauma RN. So I'm wondering, did she work at an emergency department as well? I may have missed that.
said, listen, I'm going to try these products. I doubt they work, but I'm going to try them. So send me what I need to do. So I got started on the Accelerate Trio, and I got the Sour Apple Rush. And I'm just going to disclaimer, if you know me, you know me. Sour Apple will probably go to the grave with me. I need it in my, like when I get married, because that's literally the product that changed my life. I'm not joking. You guys.
That's weird. What do you mean you need it when you get married? You need what? The MLM product? Oh, God. Also, one of these, what did she call it? The trio? Hold on, because I know I just saw this. Shop, bundles. Yeah, the Accelerate Trio. Now, if you've never heard me talk about this before, I'm not a fan of fat burners. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's a marketing ploy. I think it's unnecessary. I think that it's a marketing shtick, you know? And one of the products in here is called Ignite. And you guessed it. It's a fat burner, a thermogenic. Yeah, you don't need that if your goal is to lose weight. And the fact that these companies, not just MLM companies, these supplement companies sell fat burners make me want to riot. Did we not learn anything from Hydroxycut in the 90s and 2000s? We didn't learn anything about that? The whole ephedra? Yeah, okay. God, I hate it so much.
Sour Apple got me off of 5 cups of coffee a day. It got me from literally surviving.
So you're having 5 cups of coffee a day. I think there's like 85 milligrams roughly in an 8 to 10 ounce cup of coffee. So if she was having that, she was having well over, I think the daily limit of caffeine is like 400 milligrams. So she was drinking well over that, and she replaced it with something that's a proprietary blend, but has 135 milligrams of caffeine, in addition to a lot of vitamin B6 and B12 that your body can only use so much of, and then you pee the rest out. Okay.
That chair right there, where I started to want to play with my daughter.
Buried. My bad. Thank you. I appreciate you.
I was wanting to work out again. I was wanting to move my body again. I felt like my life was getting back into me. I was getting confidence again. And so
a supplement's not going to do any of that. A supplement is not going to build confidence. A supplement is not going to do any of this.
So I just knew that I wasn't the only mom out there that literally was begging and pleading for a way out, or thinking, man, this is what life looks like as a mom now. There's no way. So that was in November. I love the products, but you guys, I was still with my previous company and I wasn't sharing it with anyone.
Oh, right. We've heard this before. There are we have seen circumstances where there were people that were testing other products from other MLM companies while pitching their current MLM company's product. Lindy, for example, in Prove It, who's now in Partner Co., which has skinny drops. Just the name should tell you how I feel about it. Okay. She's done that. There's been several people that were like, oh, I was taking this quietly. I wasn't telling anybody for 6 months. Well, in those 6 months or so, they were saying that they were getting these effects from the products that they were currently taking, but they were not telling the whole truth. Another example of this is Tia Wood of Optavia. Tia was taking a GLP-1 medication for several years, but was saying that she was getting the results that she was having, specifically with weight loss, from her meal plan and her workout plan that she was posting. I've done a video on that as well. I am pro-medicine. I am pro-science here. So it's not me being against GLP-1 medications. That is a conversation for you and your doctor. That is not my business, and that is not within my scope. However, if you're going to lie to the internet and you're going to say, I was taking this quietly for so many months and didn't tell anybody, and we can go back to your post in that time frame talking about the thing or the results that you were having that you're now claiming are from the new product while you're trying to sell and recruit into the old company and the old product, you're a liar. That's deception.
Quite frankly. And I said, I share everything I love. I share everything
Did we look that up on the members only after part or members only live stream from yesterday? I can't remember. I wouldn't be surprised.
I love, but yet I was keeping half of my life a secret that truly was changing my life. And so I had earned a trip to Paris. I don't know if I said that. I traveled all over the world. We made all the money. If you would have looked at my life, you thought I was
That came from Chris the doll.
living a life. And we got back from Paris in May, and I decided to leave my company and come here to Bravenly, not having any idea if it would match my pay, if I would make the pay that I was wanting to bring home again, literally nothing. But I knew that if I could help one person, one mom.
Also this part, I know that this is cut off a little bit, but Becca says they aren't telling us what else they may be doing while on these supplements. We aren't getting all the details, I'm sure. I agree. I guarantee you, if the goal is weight loss, that they are manipulating their caloric intake and their activity levels.
Decide or know that they could feel better again, that they could get confident again, that they could play with their kid again. If this wasn't what mom life was supposed to be like, that I had to share it with another person.
This to me sounds like somebody that was struggling with postpartum depression, in which a medical professional they should have, in my opinion, she should have seen a medical professional to help her with this. To say, as an RN, that these products helped you with postpartum depression without addressing it in that way is disgusting. I hate that.
I didn't care if the income was to come, I could go back to being a nurse, but I knew that I had to go share these products because they were changing lives. So I did. And I don't know, I work hard. So I'm going to just say that. I work very hard. My friends can tell you that I work very hard. But
this is so weird. Her energy is weird. I don't know how else to describe that. Her energy is weird. She's like out of breath. I don't understand. Maybe she's nervous. I don't know.
I grew to the top 1% of the company in 5 months. That's not saying woe is me.
And how many people did you bring from the previous company? Were you recruiting into New Skin, if that's the company that you were a part of? Because I can't remember. Were you recruiting people from New Skin over into Bravenly? Because that is exactly how people that have been in multi-level marketing for many years move up the ranks so quickly in the new company. That is exactly how. But I also, this is just my opinion, maybe it's a little snarky, I don't care, because that's what we do here sometimes. If she wasn't sure how she could match her income in the new company, or if they would match her income, that tells me that she probably didn't have that significant of a team or wasn't that big of a leader in the industry, and so probably didn't know much about bridge contracts. That's just my opinion, though.
What that is saying is that I stepped into faith and I decided to let go what I thought was where I was supposed to be, but go to where I knew my heart was, because I knew that I had something that could change someone's life, and the Lord blessed me. So
did the Lord bless you, or did you recruit from the previous company?
Back in October, we hit vice president, and I have helped plenty of people. And
thank you, Becca, for the, I don't know why I can't pin this. The jewels. Thank you so much.
Really want to hone in on a couple of things. So and this makes me emotional to say, because like I said, I've been a leader at my previous company and here, but for the first time in 6 years, I can confidently say, you come to me and say, Joe, I need to make $500. I can give you the blueprint to do it. Joe, I need to make $1,000. I can give you the blueprint to do it. Joe, I need to make $2,000. I can give you the blueprint to do it for the first time. And ultimately, if you know me, you know that being a leader and caring for my team is the only thing I care about. So the fact that we can help you get there because the system's in place, the fact that we have daily training from the top leaders, every single one of us that speak on here, you get training from every single day. We send you posts to do. We send you, I mean, when I tell you that there's literally nothing that
you send them posts that they post on their social media where everybody is posting the same thing and you're expecting to stand out, which is the opposite of marketing. Marketing is essentially advertising so that you stand out from the competition. You're all posting the same thing, which means you're all going to be grouped together by the algorithm. Let me guess, do y'all do working Zooms? And then you have people like post something and then, okay, we're going to go to this person's post. Now we're going to comment and act like, let me drop a money bag. Let me drop a gold or a rush in the comments so that you can message me. But you're all distributors. Do you think that you can outsmart the algorithm? That's going to show your post to other Bravenly distributors because it's going to see all these Bravenly distributors that are commenting. I just know they do working Zooms. I just have this feeling.
You cannot do. If you're willing to put the work in, you will be successful. Point blank, bottom, that's in the story, but it's up
Wrong.
to you.
You are incorrect, according to your own income disclosure statement.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I want to leave you with this. I'm not saying that you have to go and quit your job. I'm not saying that you have to be a millionaire. I'm not saying any of that. But what I am telling you, that if you've been praying for a way out, that if you've been praying to feel confident again, if you've been praying for your energy to be back, if you've been praying for any specific thing, if you've been praying for more finances, then you are on this call for an exact reason. And I beg you to listen in on what we are having to say and just say yes to yourself.
Welcome, Wendy Wonder Woman, to Facts Over Feelings. Thank you for joining. We'll see you in the members only after party. So exciting.
You have no idea what this could potentially do for you and your family. And so I literally beg you, I don't care if I asked you to come, if Caitlyn asked you to come, Macy, Taylor, whoever, I beg you to listen.
Why is her voice cracking like that? She can't be this emotional. It's got to be nerves, right?
Here and just have an open heart to say yes to yourself and see what you can do to literally change your life, your health, and your finances. So that's all I have. Taylor, I'm giving it back to you, girlfriend. Thank you so much for changing all of our lives.
The algorithms will decide your fate. She's the, if you work it, it works gal. And then the woman before, I can't remember her name, was the mindset gal. And then we have the PAs that are like, trust me, I'm a PA, bro. Oh, the supplement proprietary blend, don't worry about that. Here's my testimonial.
Wow, guys.
Good luck,
I will
Katie.
say this over and over again. I'm not emotional. I'm not a cry on all the things. I was texting them. I'm like, I'm having to drink water to like keep the tears back. I love these women so much. And if they're
What part made you emotional? Specifically, I would love to know. Genuinely.
stories didn't move you, you probably need to like check your pulse and make sure that you are still okay.
Or you're critically thinking. If the emotional manipulation didn't manipulate you, chances are you're critically thinking. And we love that here. We stand critically thinking here, as a matter of fact. So Taylor, good try.
Their stories are so inspirational and so incredible. But
I think what you meant to say is manipulative and unethical.
But I also know that right now someone is listening and their heart's racing and their
I never even thought about putting stickers on my mic. What a great idea.
palms are getting a little bit sweaty and they're like, oh my gosh, I think this is the thing. Oh my gosh, I'm so
I'm writing it
excited.
down.
And the second you start to believe in yourself, you're also going to hear the enemy telling you, you don't know enough
The enemy.
people. You don't have a big enough following. You don't have enough money. You don't have enough time. Who would join you? Who?
Wait a second. So if somebody is quoting the income disclosure statement, is that the enemy or is that facts? I would love to know the answer to that. I would love to know what she thinks in particular.
Would buy from you. You know nothing about supplements. You're overweight. You haven't ever stuck with a diet. How are you going to be successful with Bravenly?
Hang on a second. There was no mention of a diet change. There was just mention of the products. There was just mention of the opportunity. What do you mean the diet? Huh. That's interesting.
And I want you right now to tell the enemy to just shut the heck up. Okay. None of those things are true. And the reason I can spout them off so quickly is because he says the same stuff to all of us. Every single person before they get started, they think the same things. It's not new. It's not original. It is literally lies of the enemy keeping you from breakthrough and keeping you from your potential. But to those people who are having the emotional response, and then you're going to try and use logic like I do, that ER background comes out, I'm risk averse. I'm like, okay, my heart is racing, but I can block all those emotions out and be like, let's think logically. And that's what I had to do to make my decision, because I knew my heart and my spirit, and I knew I wanted to do it so badly, but I had to convince my logical brain, not my heart. My heart.
And wait. Your logical brain, as a PA, said, I'm going to join this MLM company that sells proprietary blend products. That's income. The income disclosure statement shows that in 2025, the median annual income for all U.S. affiliates and brand partners, active and inactive, was $218.87 before any expenses, which includes the starter kit, payment of renewal fees, purchases of product samples or inventory, shipping costs, transportation costs, training and educational expenses, national conference costs between $149 and $229 in travel expenses. And you thought with your logical PA brain that you can turn off the emotions, that joining Bravenly and using your PA credential was the way to go. You thought you think that this is logical. I mean, what a weird word to be using. I think that this is not it's not an accurate word. I think the better word, in my opinion, is predatory. What we're seeing. This is bizarre.
I was already in wanting to do it, but I had to convince my logical brain that this was a smart decision. So before we close this out,
so your logical brain was even trying to talk you out of it. Is that what I'm hearing?
To the facts of Bravenly, because here's the thing. Whether you have 50,000 followers or you only know 50 people in your small town, the facts about Bravenly are what are going to make you successful.
Oh, good. Great. What are the facts?
Every single person that shares about Bravenly has the exact same website. They have the exact same back office. They have the exact same products. We are marketing the exact same thing.
In the same way, I might add, according to the last woman that said, we even give you things to post.
And that means that you can do it too, right? It's a level playing field. Everything that I have, I give to my team.
Except it's not, because you're relying on your PA credentials in order to say these products are magical. And they're not. And not everybody's a PA, and not everybody is going to unethically use said credentials to sell the products and to try and recruit into Bravenly.
So I'm going to tell you some of the facts about Bravenly that convinced me to say yes. And then I'm also going to share a few.
Let me guess, they're debt-free?
Of our specific resources that you get when you join our team. So if you were invited by me, one of these ladies, or someone that's partnered with them in business.
Tell us about the systems, Taylor. Is it the Boards app? Oh God, is it the Boards app? Please tell me it is. If it's the Boards app, I'm going to lose it.
You get all of my team's resources, and that is exclusive to us. And I believe is the reason why we are a top duplicating team. We have more people earning a paycheck on this team than any other team in the company. We're top 5. And Jordan, for example, won the award last year for helping people earn a paycheck faster than anyone else in the entire company. And this happens again because of systems. But if you've never done sales, you don't know what the heck we're talking about. You're like, what is this systems thing you keep talking about? So let me tell you the facts really fast. I'm going to spout them off quickly and you can watch the replay. Bravenly Global is 5 years old. In our first year of business, we did $1 million in sales.
And how much of the $1 million in revenue came from distributors ordering product, and how much came from actual customers? I think that would be important to know.
Last year, we did $100 million in sales.
See my question from the previous fact that she's sharing.
Why is that a big deal? Less than 0.04% of companies in the world have ever hit a $100 million year in 5 years and probably never will. Okay. We've done over.
Did you also know that only 0.05% in the company that have hit the top rank are the only ones that are grossing 6 figures in this company for the year? According to their income disclosure statement. Since we're throwing out facts, let's throw out facts, Taylor.
200 million to date. Okay, that is absolutely massive. It shows momentum. It shows forward progress. And in that time, we have never had a product go on back order, which means when your customers love the product, they know they're going to get it. And the reason that's important is because if you've ever had your favorite lipstick, product, whatever, and you can't get it at the time that you need it, what do? You go buy another product and you may fall in love with that new one and never come back to it. So not having a product go on back order despite our demand is absolutely massive. Like Michaela mentioned, we're GMP certified. We're third-party tested. We
for contamination, not for efficacy.
Adhere to good manufacturing processes, meaning that every product is safe, it's effective, it's evidence.
Sorry. Taylor, if I may, what do you mean it's evidence-based when it's a proprietary blend? Those two don't even belong in the same conversation. This is actually really embarrassing. Maybe embarrassing isn't the right word. This is absolutely, in my opinion, predatory. Because people are believing you saying this as a PA. And proprietary blends and evidence-based, absolutely not. No, they're not. They don't belong in that same conversation.
Fact, and every single thing on this label is exactly what it says it is, with no additives, nothing else in there, and you know that what you're ingesting is safe and effective.
Except we don't know that it's effective because there's not scientific evidence on the products. But you know that, Taylor.
Our customers love our products. We are the #6 consumer goods company in the United States. We outranked Poppy on the Inc. 5000 list. Poppy was just purchased by PepsiCo as the company to buy. It was like a $2 billion transaction, and we outranked them, according to the Inc. 5000 list, with faster growth and a better company to invest in. But guess what?
That's great. Let's see the faster growth in the people that aren't making money in the company. That would impress me.
Not taking investors, we're taking people along for the ride with us.
You definitely are taking people along for the ride, but it's not leading to financial freedom, that's for sure.
You can't invest in Apple. You can't, unless you're a multimillionaire, and then you're probably not on this call. You can't invest in Meta. You can't invest in Poppy, but you can invest in yourself by starting a Bravenly global business and being a part of this. Our customers love our products. Our customer testimonial group has 105,000 people in it, and that was just started 2 years ago by our team. We have an over 85% reorder rate from customers. And I don't know about you, but I don't reorder products that don't work well. We have a less than 1% return rate because we give customers 30 days to decide if the products are right for them, but less than 1% of people decide that products aren't right for them. And that's the reason we have sustainable businesses, because if you don't have products that work and you don't have customers that love the products and are reordering, you're constantly in this hamster wheel and rat race of finding new, instead of just continuing to pour into the people that are buying products from you and then adding new as they come in a non-stress, non-pressure way, and your income continues to grow because of that. Okay. Now, from a business perspective, again,
I guarantee you, if I looked at the amount of commission that people earn in this company off of selling a product and the money that people make for having a team and recruiting, it's going to look like every other MLM company.
Sustainable business for you. You get to make a one-time investment in your business. We can make that free, or you can buy a whole bunch
right.
of
That's the starter pack. That was, I think, $39.99 according to the $49.99 according to the income disclosure statement.
Products at almost 50% discount with our biggest brand partner launch pack, which is $699. Guys, I have started now $1 million organization for $699. My husband runs a brick and mortar business, and just his overhead makes it to where he can barely bring home an income. And it's a 33-year-old family business. And you would think he's living the dream. He has the brick and mortar. His company does almost $2 million a year, but his overhead absolutely crushes him.
Remember when she was talking about they have more money than they know what to do with? She obviously worded that completely different. But yet she's going to downplay her husband's business, his brick and mortar business, in her pitch.
I have to keep us afloat with my income from my online business that people roll their eyes at.
Yeah, I'm rolling my eyes at all of this. I'm rolling my eyes at you being a PA trying to present proprietary blend products as evidence-based. I'm rolling my eyes at the manipulation. I'm rolling my eyes at the spiritual manipulation. I'm rolling my eyes at the unethical practices as a PA that you are showing online. I'm rolling my eyes because when we look at the income disclosure statement, the majority of people never make money in these companies, and Bravenly is no different. I'm rolling my eyes because you, Taylor, it seems, allegedly, that you have these relationships with other medical professionals that all of a sudden join your team. Some you went to high school with, some you worked in emergency medicine together. Did you work at the same hospital? I'm not really sure. So yeah, I'm rolling my eyes, and I'm going to continue to do so, especially as I'm submitting my report to the state board in Oklahoma. So yeah, we're going to continue rolling our eyes while we're reporting you.
My business cost me $0 to run. I have 0 marketing fees, 0 maintenance fees, 0 employee fees.
That's not true. You actually have, according to the income disclosure statement, you have an annual payment of renewal fees, $39.99 yearly, plus all the products, plus you have whatever events you are attending or whatever you're throwing for, you know, your team or whatnot. So that's not true now, is it, Taylor?
I'm not paying malpractice. I'm not paying.
That's right, because you're not in a medical position as a distributor in the company. Now you're attempting to use your PA credentials to sell this product and to recruit. That's why the name of this is something like, you know, why 5 medical professionals joined Bravenly or something like that, right?
Anything. There's 0 overhead. Your website that I talked about is completely
There's not
free.
0 overhead. You're not telling the whole truth from their own income disclosure statement.
The marketing is done on social media or through word of mouth. We have no required auto ships. You're going to want the products. You're going to want to order them.
You don't have to order the products, but you know, you want to be a product of the product. What in the undue influence is happening here?
Every month, but it's not required of you to make an income. A lot of companies require you to order every month to make money off of the sales that you're making, which is just crazy to me. And we don't require that. And then the last thing that I love about this company is we don't require any recruiting. So there's a lot of companies that will tell you.
Listen, just because they don't require it doesn't mean that it's not heavily suggested. Oh, you're not making enough money? Who was the last person you recruited? Oh, you're not getting a lot of hits or a lot of people that you can invite to the team opportunity event. When was the last time you posted about the opportunity? When was the last time you talked about your business? Well, I'm not really making any money. That's okay. You have other testimonials. Are you sharing other people's stories? Well, but my friends want to know that I'm making money. Oh, don't worry. You will eventually. Just keep plugging away. Keep showing up. Do you see how this happens?
Oh, we pay really, really great, but you have to have one person doing 20,000 and one person under you doing 40,000 and one person doing 10 and these 2 people doing 7.5. That like it's structure based, meaning that you have to force other people to have the same vision, have the same dream, and work hard. And if not, even if you're working your booty off, you're not going to get paid because you don't have the right structure. And
the right structure. Are you implying that Bravenly's comp plan is the right structure? Which, by the way, let's look that up. You already know, my handy dandy magnetic stand. Let's see, Bravenly comp plan. Oh, they have a new one from last year. No, from 2024. Let's see, is it a binary? Bravenly comp plan. I bet it's not a binary. I wonder if it's a unilevel. Maybe I should do a Bravenly comp plan. It's been a while. Yep, it's a unilevel. Combines elements of a unilevel system for customer and retail sales with a binary 2-legged system for team building. One thing we know about a binary around here is that you have to keep those legs balanced because you get paid off of the lesser volume leg.
Bravenly You can unlock the entire compensation plan,
You
which,
beat me
by
to
the
it.
way, industry average payout, the highest that it used to be before Bravenly was 35%. And Bravenly pays upwards of 58 to 62% of every dollar that comes into the company back out to the field, which is absolutely mind blowing. And I've sat down with Aspen Emery, our founder, and she.
Oh, Aspen. Now, I remember doing a video reacting to Aspen in her Facebook Live, and that's going to be included in the Bravenly playlist that's linked below.
Said before she even got started, she had CEOs of other companies that knew her well from the industry telling her this isn't going to work. You cannot pay people this much. You're going to fail. As she hit 50.
If you're really paying people that much, why does your income disclosure statement look the way it does?
Million, they said, you've got to stop paying people so much. You're not going to be, you can't even do that. You're going to go bankrupt. And it's not true. Look at us go. We are now number one fastest growing in the United States. We're going into Canada and Australia this year, and many more
Uh-oh, Canadians and Aussies.
Many more countries to come. We are growing rapidly because we believe that radical generosity obviously points to God, and it's going to attract the right people, and we're going to continue to.
What? Radical generosity? Where? What?
To thrive, because Aspen isn't doing this so that she can pat her pockets and go live.
We have a visitor. Hello, ma'am.
Come and say hi to the people.
Everybody say hi to Luna. I haven't talked about this publicly yet, but we're going to have Luna plushies here in the next few months. And it's going to be a fundraiser, and it's going to be fun. So let me know if you would like a Luna plushie. More details to come, but look at her. How could you not want a plushie? That's also going to be a fundraiser for a local cat rescue. How could you not want that? Do you hear her? They're just saying words now. Right. Number one, fastest growing in the US. Fastest growing what? My 4 cats. Oh, tell them I said hello. Give them all little treats for me. Yeah, a Luna plushie. I need you guys. I need y'all to be ready. Because we're going to go into the, I don't want to say pre-launch. Wait. Okay. All right. See you later. Thanks for visiting. We're going to start taking some pledges next month. So be on the plushie alert pad.
On a private, island out in the Maldives. She's here to change people's lives, and that's what we're doing as well. So what does it look like when you hear these facts? You say, I want to try the products, I want to start my business, and I'm ready to join. What does this look like on a daily basis for me? Jordan kind of touched on it, but you're going to get a daily opportunity to work with every single one of us. Every single day, our personal team meets for a power hour is what we call it.
Oh my God, they do a power hour. Remember a little while ago, and I was like, I know they do working Zooms. Man.
And we tell you exactly what to do to earn an income that day. This is not offered to the entire company. This is just exclusive to our team, and you get access.
Okay, guys, now we're gonna post about our favorite product. Okay, now we're gonna mix up our products in our stories. Okay, everybody ready? All right, we're gonna do it. Okay, now we're gonna message 3 customers. Okay, everybody ready? Great. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back and we're gonna comment on so-and-so's posts, and we're gonna say that we're interested. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through our inbox and we're gonna search gold in the message search feature, and we're going to message anybody that has expressed interest in gold, and we're going to message them because it's on sale right now.
To us every single day. To troubleshoot, to problem solve, to build you up, to build community, and tell you exactly how to earn an income. Another thing that we do is we provide you content every single day.
Cool.
So for those who love social media, love content creation, you're already an influencer, fantastic. You can create your own content. But for those who say, I have no experience, I have 200 Facebook friends, I don't even know how to copy and paste on Facebook, we create content for you every single day.
You create content so people can copy and paste on their social media. Wow, that sounds like a really effective marketing and advertising strategy where you're standing out from the competition. Who is the competition? The people in your team, the people in the same company.
stories, those beautiful stories you see us all post, they're provided to you for free. Content to post every single day, provided to you for free. If you need help with conversations, we will chat in three-way conversations with you. I also work as the product trainer for almost the entire field, and my team has direct access to me. So anytime you need products troubleshooting, you have questions about products, what to recommend, we have a private chat for our team for that as well, where you're able to say, hey, I have this really complex person. I don't really know what they need. What would you recommend? And I help in those areas. And then you have events like this. Not all teams do events where everyone is included, everyone is invited. And we, we just really believe on our team that high tides rise all ships. We want everyone to win. We want everyone to collaborate. Macy doesn't make any money from Michaela. Caitlyn doesn't make any money from Jordan.
But you make money off of all of them because they're all in your downline, right? Yep.
We all collaborate so that all of our teams have access to each of our brains, each of our unique perspectives and leadership styles, so that together, all of us can be more successful, and everyone who chooses to partner with us in business can also be more.
Does she ever take a breath? Taylor, maybe you should lay off the gold. Maybe you should lay off the caffeine a little bit. I know she's exhausted when she gets off these things.
More successful. So you are joining a community of women that are servant-hearted. They are willing to give of themselves to see others rise, and they will cheer for you. They truly want you to win. And I will say that is one of the most unique things about this company. Being a woman in medicine, being a woman who has achieved a lot of things that other women haven't, I will tell you that other women generally don't cheer for you. They're waiting for your downfall. They don't want you to win. They aren't cheering you on. And at Bravenly, I have seen people sacrifice their own success and their own time and their, something with their family in order to help someone else on this team win and do an event with them or cheer them on. And
except for when they leave your team and go to a different company, right? We all know how this works.
It is one of the most humbling.
She's not even sped up. That's the crazy part, Becca.
And fulfilling things to know there are still incredible women out there, and somehow they're all finding Bravenly. So just as Jordan said, I believe that you were on this call for a reason, whether that is to be someone who is going to be our customer and we're going to change your lives with the products, or whether it is someone who has been praying for an answered prayer, whether that be finances, whether that be more time, whether that be more community and friendship and a reason to get out of the house or a reason just to get off.
I feel like I have to pause this so she can catch her breath.
The couch. I believe that you are here and listening for a reason. I pray that you would act on that tonight, that you would have just a few seconds of bold, insane courage to say yes. It takes 3 minutes to get your name in the computer, and then we will take it from there. We will lock arms with you. We walk every single day of this with you until you're able to achieve your level of success. And if that's $50, great. If that's $50,000, I got you. We'll show you exactly how to do it. And if you do decide to...
How many people in the company are making $50,000 median a year? Monthly median. Okay. So Gold Executive Vice President makes up 0.05% of the people in the company. The median monthly income is $50,861.86. But she said, I would assume she's talking about annual, right? That's what it sounded like to me. So we're looking at just over $4,100 a month. How many people in the company are making that? Well, you have to hit vice president, which makes up 0.67% of people in the company at this rank, to make $6,581.88. So you have to go through 8 different ranks before you can get to that 50,000 roughly that she's talking about here, as far as median annual or median monthly income.
Partner with anyone
annual income
on this call tonight that is on my team. There may be people from other teams listening, so I can't extend this offer to them. But if you are on my team or one of the 4 ladies who have spoken tonight, we do have some
delicious
offers for you. One, we are going to ensure that every single person who gets a product pack when they start their business has 30 free samples of Ignite. Ignite is our get up and go metabolism.
So they're bribing people to join.
Boosting capsule. I'm telling you, if you take it, your house is going to be clean. You're going to keep moving. And we're going to give you 30 samples of that. So that's 30 free conversation starters for you to hopefully get your first customer and brand partner. And then for anyone who is watching this and saying, I want to do it. I know I have the work ethic. I know I have the grit. I'm scared. I don't know how I would do it, but I want to get started, but I just don't have the money to do this. Please, please, please reach out to the person that invited you on my team. I never want finances to be a reason that someone can't join this business. We will work with you in order to get started. Like I said, we can make it free, or we can make it $690 all the way to $699, depending on how many products you want and how big your budget is and what type of discount you want. But
I bet the $6.99 has a bigger buying discount.
regardless of what you choose, the right answer tonight is to be partnered with Bravenly, whether as a customer, whether as a brand partner, or maybe you're on this call because you're supposed to connect us with someone else who you said, you know what, this isn't for me, but I know my friend Susie at work was just telling me that she's longing to be at home with her kids and she's looking for something, and I'm going to connect you with her because she really, really needs to hear about Bravenly. So thank you so much for taking the time.
Okay, I'm done. I've had enough. I've seen what I needed to see. Hey, sis. Oh, it's done? Oh, thank you for making dinner. We're having, we're doing like, okay, our family, we like doing like a baked potato bar and having a theme. So it might be like taco themed, or like tonight we're doing bacon cheeseburger themed baked potatoes. I think it's a fun way to have dinner, you know? So anyways, that's what we're having. That's what she made. I'm very excited. And it's going to be very good. But back to this. I've seen what I needed to see. I think that this is probably one of the most atrocious medical professional videos that I have covered on my channel. And I'm excited to get all of their license numbers and to report them to the state of Oklahoma. And if we can find out where they work, I'd love to report them to the place that they work as well. So yeah, anyways, if you guys have not already liked and subscribed, if you would do that, would really be amazing. I know this was a tough watch. It was a lot. It was a lot, but I appreciate you guys being here. Oklahoma Baptist University. Thank you for that. So I will be doing some more digging. Maybe there'll be a follow-up video. Who knows? We'll see. Either way, I have a LifeWave video coming for you guys on Friday, Thursday for members. And right after this, I'm going to go grab a snack and use the facilities real quick. And then we're going to be back with a members only after party. So give me just a second to get that started. After I use the facilities, grab a snack, and then I'll see you guys over there. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate y'all so much. Don't fall for this stuff. And these people should be ashamed of themselves. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.